Okay, you guys, so I know this footage is going to be really dark, but I'm going to apologize right now, but I have no other footage to use for this video, and I really, really did like this video, and you can see the makeup part of it, so the rest of my face doesn't really matter, but when I was filming this video that you are watching right now, my camera started to act funky. The camera that I normally use for filming started to act funky. Right now I'm on my vlogging camera, so I had to completely take it off and put my vlogging camera up. And when I have a mic with my vlogging camera, it is very hard to, without somebody else there's nobody else here, it's very hard to set the scene up correctly in the image finder because you can't see it from this side of the camera with a mic on it because the mic blocks it. It's super weird. So I apologize for the end of this video when the footage gets really funky, but you can still hear me pretty well, and you can still see what I'm kind of talking about. Some swatches did not go up very well since the footage kind of got more like this part of my face. If you want me to re-swatch that, let me know in the comments down below, but I have no other footage I can put to this, so I thought I would tell you guys that and apologize right now. But yeah, let's get on to the video. Hey, what's up you guys? It's Haley here from Should You Buy It, and today we're going to be doing another video. Of course, that's what you're watching. So I haven't put out a video in a very long time, and it's because this week has been, or these last 2 weeks have been the most stressful 2 weeks of my life. I get married on Saturday, and I'm forgetting something, and I can't figure out what it is. So anyways, I was at the mall. I go into Hot Topic like I normally do, and I see the Nickelodeon palette, which everybody has done a video on, so that's not what we're doing a video on today. But next to it, I saw this little thing. Do you recognize who is on here? This is a Disney Ohana makeup eyeshadow palette. Yes, it is licensed by Disney, just like the Nickelodeon one was. Distributed by Hot Topic. This says City of Industry, so I'm not for sure who the company is that makes this, but I did compare it to the Nickelodeon one, and it's not the same company. This says distributed at Hot Topic, but my box lunch had these as well, and they were on clearance. So I don't know, but I thought I would grab this and give it a try. It does have a lot of very good shades in it. More shades in this one that I would use than the Nickelodeon one. This one's got more, it's weird because it's got some like cool tone ones like these blues, and then it's got some warm tone ones as well, which is super weird in a palette. So I thought I would grab this and give it a try, see if it's worth the hurl. This is $16.90 in price. I know. Weird. It also does say it is cruelty-free and vegan for anybody who was wanting to know that. The directions do say, enjoy the island life wherever you are with this collection inspired by the warmth and joy of Hawaii and Disney's modern classic. So it doesn't say Lilo and Stitch, it just says Disney's modern classic. Apply each eyeshadow alone or blend to create a signature look, layer for bolder look, or sweep lightly for a hint of color. So I'm actually really, really excited to try these. So I'm going to put on my whole face. I always do my eyeshadow last, and then we will do that part at the very end, and I will show you guys exactly if these blend out, if these do not. This did not have any brushes. This does come with a brush, but it kind of looks dinky, so I'm not going to be using their brush. I will be using my own brushes that I use every single day. So let's get this bad boy started. I have everything done. I still have the bake under my eye and kind of down my nose. It's kind of come off just a little bit, but we are going to start with this eyeshadow palette. Now, first things first, I'm the realist, but I prime my eyes no matter what kind of eyeshadow palette I use. If I use MAC, if I use Too Faced, if I use Urban Decay. So we're going to do the same thing today. I do prime my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. That's just been, it's kind of been a staple for me for about a year. And with how much I use, which, I mean, you guys can't see, but I use quite a lot, but these still last very long. So if you're looking for a good eyeshadow primer, I highly suggest these. So we are completely primed here. So this is just like an off-brand brush. I don't really use any high-end brand brushes because they're all hella expensive. So I just use brushes that I trust. So it does come, this palette here does come with this little cling wrap over it. So we're gonna peel that off. So this could be a good or bad thing if you guys, for the brush isn't too bad, but I won't use it. So this, I tried to pull the brush out and I caught the edge of the packaging. This is all foam here. It's cheaply made, I'm gonna say that, but you can rip this off and you see all the individual little pans. So that could make this actually a lot easier to depot if that is something that you are into. I personally like to depot some of my stuff just because keep it all in one place, but it is cheaply made. Of course, you are only paying $17 for this palette, so you can't expect it to be as high end as other palettes that do cost you anywhere from $48 to $59. So the first color I'm gonna go in is this color right here. It's called White Sand. I'm just gonna use this as a base so our other colors blend out just a little easier. I would use the mirror on here, and it's shaped like Stitch. It's so cute, but it's actually, let's use this mirror right here. This color, it's a little chalky, not gonna lie, but it doesn't have a ton of fallout to it. I'll show you guys right here. If you kind of just bring your brush, there is a tiny bit of fallout, but it's not insane amount of fallout. This is actually better than the Anastasia one. And this shadow is actually pretty creamy. It's laying on the skin very, very well, and it's actually very pigmented. You guys can even see it on camera here. That's that base, and I'm actually digging this color. So the next color I'm gonna go in with, which one thing that kind of bugs me is you have like this shimmer color, but you don't have another color to go with it. So this is gonna be like a weird palette because the colors are just so different from each other. You can't make one look with these colors because there's only two browns to it. So we're gonna be kind of messing around with that just a little bit. I'm going to be grabbing, if I can think, a little bit, another brush here. This is actually the Urban Decay Naked Smoky brush, if that helps you guys at all. And I'm going to be grabbing this color here, which is named Ohana, and we're going to be putting that on the outside, and then we're going to be blending it in just a little bit. So we're going to be putting it out here. The Ohana color, there's just no color to it at all. It doesn't like to blend at all either. The Bungalow, which is this other brown shade down here, is actually not too bad. It is not wanting to feather out as easily as I would have liked, but we will mess with it just a little bit more. We might be able to get it to do what we want it to do. Okay, this is the best I can get this brown color to do. It's not completely horrible, but it's also not the best. It's something to learn with, and I do believe there's a learning curve with every eyeshadow palette you do get. But it's not a deal breaker. This white base is still really good to it, so I will probably, oh my gosh, I got a hair on my shirt. Oh, there it is. I will probably depot this and at least keep the white base for now. But we're going to be putting another color on our face. We're not going to match it very well. But the next color I'm going to pull is Paradise, which is this orangey color here. I'm going to get another packing brush, and we're kind of just going to pack it on that side, and then we'll use a little bit of that base to mix them in the middle. This one is a little flaky, a little bit more than the other one, but this is a shimmer as well. Still not horribly bad. So I think this shimmer actually is blending out and setting a lot better even in the brown. The shimmer, I don't know, like it's got it, I mean, it's not extremely like glittery. It is a shimmer, but it's got, I mean, it's got a good base to it. It sits very evenly. That's the one with the brown. It just doesn't sit very evenly and it blotches up. But this gold one, which is the Paradise, I'm actually impressed with that one. Yeah, so we're gonna choose another color to mess with on these. I was originally going to do, hi Anna, I was originally going to do that base color again as like a little strip in the middle, kind of just to do 3 colors instead of just 2, but I've decided I don't want to do that. Let's try this little one. All right, let's try this middle one now. So this is the Hawaiian roller coaster ride. Oh my gosh. And we are going to just use a plain old packing brush. This is just an off-brand brush, and hopefully this one, which doesn't have that much fallout. Oh yeah. I'm gonna put that on my lid here. It takes a lot of layering with this one, but I'm also putting it onto another shimmer and another darker color, so I will give it that. But I will say this isn't that bad of a color. Now, is it as good as like my Carly Bibble that I have that, like this one? No, I will say this one's probably a little better. It is more expensive, but I think that one is just a little easier to put on than this one, and you don't have to layer it as much. But this has very, very low fallout to it, so I am quite pleased with that part. It's actually not too bad, these 3 colors. This wouldn't be a typical look for me. I'm just not that into this brown. This brown is like, bleh. I feel super hipsterish with this hat on and this. Alright, you guys, so my final verdict on this Disney Ohana Lilo and Stitch, even though it doesn't say Lilo and Stitch on here, but it has a picture of them, eyeshadow palette. It is only $17. You do have to think about that in this. Some of the shadows are really, really good, and I do believe they are worth it. Some of the shadows in here are not that good, and I will not use them ever, but I do believe it is worth the price. For $17, you get pretty much a base that works very, very well. You have this kind of top coat that works well. The glitter is pretty good. Bungalows is really good. Ohana sucks, which I don't know if that's supposed to be a contour. If it is, it's no. A couple of these shades are really, really good. A couple of them just are not pigmented that well, and for me, it's not pigmented enough. Of course, some people don't like a lot of color in their eyeshadow. I would kind of give this the same review as a lot of people are been getting the Nickelodeon palette. It's a nostalgia thing. These are not bad eyeshadows, but they are not good eyeshadows. I would not pay more than 20 bucks for this palette, knowing how they are today. The packaging is super cute. You've got Stitch up here as the mirror. You've got her little friend, I can't remember her name, here on the bottom. You've got the Hawaii kind of flowers, hibiscus, and the leaves. You've got Lilo and Stitch on there. The back, of course, has all the ingredients on the back, and it is cruelty-free and vegan, if that helps you at all. I would not rebuy this palette, but I would not tell somebody, no, you should not go get it. It has some good things to it. I will definitely depot this, put what I will use in my normal Z palette right here, which has some of the weirdest shades in it. This is my normal Z palette. This is my chocolate palette that got crashed. It's in here. I've got a couple of highlighter shades in here and then some browns in here as well. I will depot this and put what I will use in this Z palette and kind of just store this in a box because I will never use it again. So, is it bad? No. Is it excellent? No. Is it good? It's not half bad. This would be great for somebody who is just getting into makeup, maybe like a girl or a boy, whoever you are, just getting into makeup. Parents don't want to spend a lot of money on makeup because you never know what's going to happen with it. This would be good. It's not e.l.f. Which e.l.f. isn't bad, don't get me wrong. It's not dollar store makeup, but it's not really expensive either. So you don't have to worry about spending a lot of money on something that they might not like. I would suggest this for little girls. I would suggest this for anybody who's just needing a palette to get them by until they have enough money to buy maybe another chocolate palette that got crushed in my luggage. Or anything else. I like this palette. I like the nostalgia of this palette. There are just a couple shades in here that I do wish would not be in here, especially this one. I don't think it's necessary. It swatches the exact same color as the Experiment 626 color. I wish this one could be traded out for another cool tone color or another warm tone color, because there are a lot of cool tone colors in here, and then you've got a couple warm tones which don't make any sense to me. But anyways, that's my conclusion on this makeup palette. It is a good nostalgia item. It is great to have on the desk. Somebody asks you about it, be like, I have the Disney Lilo and Stitch Ohana palette. Yeah, that's my conclusion on this palette. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave those down below. Also, don't forget that like button, subscribe, join the Savings Army, never pay retail again. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!